Hey, MacDowin here, and today we're taking a look at Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099. It was released on a retro Spider-Man card that looks like the animated series from the 1990s, even though he wasn't actually in that cartoon series, from what I remember. Now, I've got to say, Spider-Man 2099 is probably, I don't know if I really need the word probably, but probably one of my most favorite Marvel Comics character possibly there is. So when I discovered that this figure was coming out this year, I pre-ordered it immediately, and delay after delay, but I finally got my hands on this figure and it looks really cool. I have nothing to base it on. I've never owned a Spider-Man 2099 in 6-inch form. I did own Spider-Man 2099 from the Marvel Universe line. That was the 4-inch figures. And so, I don't know. If you can see, I think he looks pretty darn cool. Let's jump in and take a look at the articulation. And I'm just kidding, before we get to the articulation, let's look at these accessories. He comes with a translucent cape. I hope you can see that there, this kind of clear on white. It's pretty cool. There's a peg hole, does attach to his back. It's just a little cape of future webbing. Then he's got a pair of fist hands right there. If you can see, apparently my light's not aimed really well. But he's got a pair of fist hands. We'll get that back into the focus section. I kind of switched and played around with his hands a little bit already. He comes with two hands, there we go, that kind of make it look like he can put his hand like on a wall up against something. He's got two of these, a left and a right. He didn't, I put one of these on. He came with these more, there we go, get it actually in front of the camera. He came attached a couple hands that are kind of more of a claw grip that you can see are a bit more pointed than these hands here, which are kind of more spread out, because this works really well anyway. So that's all the accessories he came with. Now we'll jump in and take a peek here at the articulation. So he's pretty fully articulated for a Marvel Legends figure. From what I understand, this figure has been released before. This is just an updated repaint, so there's probably not a lot of changes on this figure compared to the previous one. So if you have that one or you've seen that one, then that's what you're gonna get. He's got a full rotation head. This figure actually has no hindrance on there, so there shouldn't be much of a problem in articulating. He's got some butterfly joints, brings his arms forward that far, takes his arms back that far. Arms can rotate around, lift his arms that high. Has a bicep rotation, double pin at the elbow, and it actually does quite well. Kind of has like a zombie look there. We'll rotate his hand, but his arms can fold up about that far, wrist rotates and hinges, and he has an ab crunch, and mine's a little bit stuck from what I understand. It only goes, whoa, let's throw him around. He only leans forward, we'll keep his head straight, about that far, and the ab crunch on mine gets him to a standing position and doesn't go any further back. I don't know if it's supposed to go further back, but it kind of like stops. So mine doesn't have much of an ab crunch, which you would think with a figure like this who needs to bend around so he can grab onto buildings and flip and fly around would need more of an ab crunch. He has a waist rotation, and surprisingly, his legs, if you want him to do the splits, only go that far. For a figure that's supposed to be really pretty flexible, that's kind of a surprise to me. The thing that doesn't work at all is the thigh rotation for my figure. I'm going to have to heat this up. They are locked. I cannot, and I don't want to break it because he's my favorite figure so far. Double pin at the knee, rotation, and a pivot at the ankle. There you go. Futuristic friendly neighborhood Spider-Man needs those things so he can land on walls, do really funny poses, do whatever you need. Man, this figure is really cool, and I really like it. I like that it's not like a really bright, it's kind of a darker color here. Let's get his, I'm horrible for posing on camera, just so you know. But I really like the sheen of the blue paint. It's not really overpowering, but it's really pretty cool. You can see it right here along his back. The red has a bit of a shine to it as well, but it's not strong. This makes me think a lot of the figure, or the character in the comic book. Now, here's my beef with Hasbro's Marvel team. And even if I've never talked about it before, I've had a long-standing beef, and kind of one of the reasons I didn't for a long time buy Marvel Legend figures, and that is, this is the only character they seem to properly release. Spider-Man 2099. I want them to release a pile of 2099 action figures. Give me Fantastic Four, give me Doom, give me the Hulk, give me the X-Men, give me Ghost Rider, give me Punisher, Ravage, give me all of those figures. The good guys and the villains. Like, come on. If we get Spider-Man 2099, where's Venture? Where's the Specialist? Where's the Vulture? Where's Venom? We need, the Submariner. We need some of these villains for the Spider-Man action figure, and not these modern ones. I know for a while he was brought into the present Marvel universe, but come on, he's a futuristic guy. We need some of those villains. Anyway, that will do it for this pretty short little overview video, just taking a look at a figure that I was really hoping will be my favorite, and I gotta say, I'm biased. I like this character, so this is going to be one of my favorite figures, if not my most favorite. Thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.